On this episode of RCKicks, look, it's finally arrived. Yes, the one we've all been waiting for, the release of 2022. So far, will Tamiya come out with something that's going to blow this out of the water? I honestly don't know. But the good news is there is lots of new and exciting stuff coming. So stay tuned. But in this episode, we're going to unbox this, take a good look at it, and see where all your money went. But it's going to be good. Oh yeah. So this is kit 30622 and this is the latest release from Kyosho in their Legendary series range. Now they've kind of built up quite a reputation of producing very high quality stuff, but it's not going to be the last Legendary series. We are expecting the Phantom CRC2. That will be coming out in September, like I said. But for now, this is the latest and greatest. And I have to say, every Legendary series car that I've had on the show, the quality is amazing. One thing I really like about them is they go back and they adjust them to make sure that they can run the latest and greatest. Like this has got a slipper clutch in it, so you can run brushless power in it. It also has a belt tensioner, which the original never had, so you can tension the belt much easier to get it smooth and running really nicely, as well as a few other bits and pieces that have been upgraded. The tyres have obviously been changed from the dirt tyres to a more standard tyre that they've used for tracks, like they did on the Turbo Optima. One thing that's a bit of a shame is the shocks on this are straight off the Turbo Optima. They're not the original ones, mainly for the people that are trying to restore vintage ones. They kind of help. We kind of hoped that we'd be able to get new shocks because they're super difficult to get really good quality ones without having them re-anodized, and obviously that's a lot of cost and effort. But it's still pretty true to the original. There is a few other things, like the rear wing is now a hard wing, which I guess is going to last a bit longer if you are actually taking it racing. So let me give you some background on this car if you don't know. All the way back in 1987, this debuted at the second Electric Off-Road Buggy Championships, and it did rather well.
We're at the 1987 110th Off-Road Electric World Championships held here in Romsey, England. The main sponsor of this event has been Palmer.
In the A main final, 5 of the 10 were this buggy and prototypes of it. Unfortunately, it didn't win, it came second, but after that it went on to dominate for quite a few years, and it basically it's the grandfather of the modern RC racing buggy that we know today. So let's open it up and see what you get for your money. Now, presentation is always beautiful on these, and yes, they've done exactly that again. We still get the blister packs here, and then we get everything packaged in the bottom. Now, being that this is a first release, it comes with the optional decals that they've packaged in this one to do the Turbo Optima. So you do have the choice of going box art, or you can actually do it like the Turbo Optima. I'm a bit torn about whether this was a good strategy or not. Personally, I wish they'd actually brought it out as a separate kit, but then I understand that obviously they've upgraded this kit, so what would they put into the Turbo that's not in here already? But they could have done things like some other bits and pieces, like some carbon parts and stuff like that, but I honestly don't know. Comment below, let me know what you think. Now, my plan personally is I'm going to use these decals to do a new body for my own Turbo Optima. Also, I'm going to get 2 of these new body sets, one to go on my original Optima Mid, and then I'll use these decals on another one to do a Turbo Optima that I'm restoring. So yes, at some point I can see these bodies being quite difficult to get hold of, as so many people are going to have these extra decals. If you get a second edition of this, you will not get these, so I'm guessing that's going to upset a few people as well. But I don't know, it is what it is. Comment below, let me know what you think, as I'm a bit undecided. So yes, the presentation is still really nice. These are actual dog bones. I know they don't kind of look like it, but if you look closely, they actually are. Yes, you do get the bearings, obviously, but for a price of this kit, you should really. Some things they've done now is it's a 48 pitch pinion, an 82 tooth spur that you get, but you can actually adjust that for a few other fittings. Next, you have your body. It's nice to see an original body again. And like I said before, I will be getting a few of these if I can get my hands on them. These don't come in the kit. These are reproduction tires from the original one, as I want to try and make it look like the original one. So I purchased these myself, as I think this is a big part of how it looks versus the ones that actually come in the kit. Obviously, if you're going to run it, you probably want to use these tyres as well. But I just love the look of these. And they're actually really good. Even though they're reproduction, they're great quality. So a large amount of the kit is stored in this bottom section here with these cutouts, which is kind of nice. But to remove it, you have to actually cut through a piece of plastic and then pull it up. Now, the first thing you're going to be greeted with, by the looks of it, is the tyres. So exactly the same tyres as that was on the Turbo Optima, like I said. And you get foam inserts as well. The rims, they look the same, but they are totally different. They're much smoother plastic. So they are, I don't think they're from the same mold, but they look really nice. Very iconic, obviously. And then you've got 4 of these. So you will be able to tell the difference between new wheels and old ones for sure. What else have we got in here? Then we have the hard plastic spoiler. Practical wise, yes, it's probably a good thing. Obviously it's going to very much stand out versus the old polycarbonate ones. So it's personal choice. It's very easy to swap this out if you want to go old school look. Depends if it's going to be a shelf queen or whether you actually are going to drive it. If you're going to drive it and race it at vintage meets, then you probably definitely want to use the hard body spoiler. But there's 2. Obviously you get the black one if you've got the first edition. Front and rear tyres are exactly the same, rims and tyres. What else have we got in here? Let's have a look. One thing that I did really like is the covers, the dust covers for the belt, the main belt, and the pinion and spur gear covers are now in a hard plastic. That is definitely a good thing. It was always a bit of a faff messing around with the polycarbonate ones, so I have to give them a double thumbs up for that one. Whether these will actually fit over a vintage one, I'll have to try it. As if that's the case, I would probably upgrade my vintage ones to these if I can get them to fit. But I honestly don't know yet. We'll have to figure it out. Is that it? That's it. Next, we have a bag of arms. So we've got bumpers, arms, and gearbox. But we'll cut to a montage in a bit, and then you can have a good look at those as well. On this side, is that stuck down? No, there we go. So we have the blister pack. Yeah, very nice. Do like those. Let's lift off the lid if we can. There we go. So it's got a number in it, A2003907, which I'm guessing is some kind of a manufacturing number. Or is that the kit number? I can't remember. No, it's not the kit number. So what do we get in here? We get the main chassis, all countersunk, which is really nice. Then we have the pinion, the uprights, and some of the slipper clutch pads. That's what's in the B group. Then we've got C bags, is the actual uprights front, which is cast aluminium by the look of it. Then we've got some tools, slipper clutch parts, and some screws in. So another thing that's really nice is you get a spare parts bag for a few little bits and pieces. So if you lose something, you can actually carry on building it. Again, attention to detail is brilliant. I really like that. You are buying a premium product, that's for sure. And then I've got the grease and then more diff parts by the look of it. And that's pretty much it. So I think that pretty much covers everything. So let's cut away to a sexy montage. So there you go, that's a quick unboxing of the Optima Mid. Would I recommend it? Pretty much 100% double thumbs up. Yes, this is probably one of the best rerees you're gonna get, as well as it's been advanced so you can run brushless in it. This is brilliant for someone who wants to go racing vintage buggies because it's got pedigree and it's got a lot of the upgrades already in it. Its build quality is fantastic, so it's gonna stand up to a lot of abuse. Someone who is a Shelf Queen fan, they're obviously going to love it. If you're a person who enjoys building them, well, I think you're going to enjoy the quality of this kit. Is it better than the Turbo Optimum? But that is my #1 re build, so it has a lot to live up to. Yes, the only downside is because of all that quality, you are paying for it, so it's not the cheapest kit in the world. But apart from that, you need one of these in your collection. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.